I have a very important question that you may have come across in your lives, and that is very simply, how far will a rubber band stretch? Now, thankfully, the good folks of Mike Taylor, Mike Thaler, Mike, take your pick, and Jerry Joyner have taken it upon themselves to create this lovely text for us in order to show us, indeed, how far will a rubber band stretch under optimal conditions, of course. So, without further ado, after me hitting the camera, as you see here, we've got a rather unsuspecting scene. The the odd lack of any human presence in this is definitely foreboding as to what may be coming in the near future. And again, shoutouts to Kimmy Fontanella, a lot of names that I don't know how to pronounce, for not wanting this book anymore and letting me find it. So again, thank you to these people, and let's keep going. And yes, this book was published, hope you can read that, in 1974. And it is To the Good People Who Live in My Valley with Love, which I'm assuming that's Mr. Mike here. A little strange. Valley conjures up some strange imagery to me, children of the corn and whatnot. But let's keep going. Oh yes, before we continue, I do want you to pay close attention to this boy's face. I think you'll see why throughout the duration of this video, but just in case you don't notice, stare at the face for a second. One day, a little boy decided to find out how far a rubber band would stretch. I don't believe he understood the journey that he would be going on here. So he put one end of the rubber band around his bedpost, and he walked out the door, blissfully unaware of the journey that he's about to go on. He got on his bike, and he pedaled down the road until he got tired. Though you wouldn't know it by his face, of course. So he got on a bus, very ambitious child here, which left him off at a train station, so he took the train. The significance of this number has been debated, and as yet it is unknown. Go ahead and try it on the lottery. All right. So the train took him to a plane station, an airport, as they are more more commonly known. So you can see that rubber band's still stretching along. Boy is going to fly an airplane. Oh, he is going to be passenger in an airplane. He took a plane which flew him very high up in the sky. You can see, for scale, it's pretty high up, as you would expect. He is in a plane, after all. So he flew the plane to a harbor, which is strange. I'm not sure. You'd think he would take a car after he got into the airport that he landed in, unless he just crashed it into the river and then, swam over here. That part's unknown. There are gaps here. This is not a completely foolproof story, but the point being, that rubber band, still stretching. This boy, still going. So at the harbor, of course, he gets on a boat. And then what does he do? And the boat takes him past a very chipper-looking dolphin, from where he was to across the ocean, still stretching. He even decided to get a tan, apparently, while he was out at sea. I mean, he might as well make the use of what has become a very long journey for this child. So he takes a boat to another land. Ooh, very, very foreign looking to where he once was. Ah, and foreign looking locals as well. He rented a camel there, and he crossed the desert. Now this part, just prepare yourselves. He's gone very far already. He's traveled very far to get to this point. You may be asking, well, where else could he go? He's going to take a rocket. He's going to take a rocket. Is he going to fly the rocket to, I don't know, Australia or something? No. He's going to fly I can get the page. Straight up into space. It's going to take off for the moon. And sure enough, he's still smiling. Still smiling, still stretching. Very long rubber band stretch. Possibly world record breaking. I haven't done the numbers on that one either, but possibly. So he's going to land on the moon. He got out of the spaceship. I guess the landing was smooth. And he took one step, one small step, to just almost getting on the moon. And suddenly, there was a great boing. A great boing that snapped him back into his bed. And as you see, it was all a dream, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't know about you, but the first time I read this, I went on a bit of a journey within myself. It's a very simple question. How far will a rubber band stretch? And as we see here, theoretically, could go on forever. The boing, it's important to note the boing at the end because it's not a snap. Let me see if I can find it again. The boing is not a snap. If it was a snap, the rubber band would have stretched and broken, which is what you would probably have expected. But no, he boinged back to his bed, which means the rubber band could have gone further. This child's imagination was the limit. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know how that would pertain to your life specifically, but I know that in mine, it helps me to think outside the box. It teaches me to always push further than I think I can go. My rubber band may eventually snap, but my imagination, that'll continue on. And, I think that there's a lesson for all of us in this text, but really, that face. So, thank you for watching. I hope that this was slightly enjoyable to you, and I plan to do more of these in the future if they are so requested. If there's any books specifically that you'd like for me to read, or genres that you'd like for me to delve into, besides, of course, philosophy, please let me know. But otherwise, thank you very much, and I will see you next time.